Hello, cosplay world! This is the Crescent Rose from RWBY, and it is a substantial project you see here. It breaks down into 3 parts. The heads, you saw maybe a bit of screws. Those pop off so you can get it in your car, and also the tail there pops off so it's not 7-8 feet long. The piece is largely made out of light wood. This is MDF wood, mostly because it's a nice, light, strong material. Some of your other material choices could either make it too heavy or too brittle, so with my, I guess, tool set, I chose to make it out of this light wood. Most of your cutting is going to be with the saws, and you're going to be using lots of screws for this types of material. The details are added on with a bit of plastic here, which you can cut with your box cutters and your same saws as you like, but for some of your more intricate cuts you can use like a hot knife. So that makes it a lot easier to work with than the MDF and some of your other material choices. It's more for pretties and details, so I'm not super worried that it's not as strong. Also, it's lighter than wood, so that kind of helps out a bit, especially when you're adding layers and layers of detail, that your prop doesn't weigh, 80 pounds and you're carrying that around a convention, especially when it's so big and unwieldy. One thing that I made sure to incorporate in the design is that the central shaft is one continuous piece of quote-unquote wood. It's not technically wood, but you guys get, you know what I'm saying. So that it didn't have a space for you to hold it and for it to kind of snap. And this is a 1/2 inch thick, I believe, or is it 3/4? It might be 1/2 inch thick. The gun itself was around 1.5 inches thick after we added all the details to it. The back end pops off there with the wood strip, the light wood. It's like the same wood you get a wood dowel out of. And that's just so that if, say, you turn around at a convention and you hit somebody, it pops off. You don't want it to like break, because that's a pain in the butt and that'll take time and all that good stuff. Now, painting itself isn't that hard. There's really black, gray, and red. The hard part is making sure your lines are nice and crisp and clean. Here you see I'm using a stencil to mark out the black. I want to be very careful because covering up black is a pain in the butt. So I'm using this marker to get kind of the edge work. I am going to cover it up later with black to make it kind of match the rest of the black on the piece. But I just wanted to illustrate that I spent a lot of time with small brushes near those paints there to make sure that the lines where the details meet, and some of these details are around 1/8 of an inch thick, are nice and crisp and clean. So you see how we have a good crisp line. That's really where a lot of my work went, was making sure that that looked really good. The red, you're going to need to do more layers because it's not as strong as black, but it's pretty nice. Alright, next up we have Lesser Dog from Undertale. I hope you guys checked it out. I hope you check out the extended version. See you guys around. Good times to all. Hurrah! Over at finalcosplaycore.com, there are hundreds of tutorials, pictures, walkthroughs, all that awesome cosplay goodness. Hope you check it out. Good times to all. Hurrah!